Yo, in the building, Media Marcus, Thursday, November 27th, 2025. It is Thanksgiving morning. I'm in the building with you guys, man. Turkey Day. Shout out, I don't have a turkey drop. My bad, man. I'll make something happen. But yes, in the building, Media Marcus, Thanksgiving morning. Appreciate anybody tuning in, watching right now. We're going to talk, obviously, NFL. We got some games tonight, or today, rather, all throughout the day. So I'll be talking NFL. What happened in the NBA last night? Steph Curry left with an injury late in the game. So talk about all of those things. And then we got some national news in DC. We had a National Guard situation yesterday, so I'll talk about that. Campbell's been under some heat lately. Campbell's soup, so we'll talk about them. Gonna divorce in Turkey, all of those things. Speaking of Turkey, it is Thanksgiving morning. Appreciate you all for listening in, tuning in. We're here at Media Marcus in the building. And yeah, man, I'm actually live on Instagram. I usually don't do Instagram. I feel like it slows the stream down a little bit. So if you're seeing that, if you're seeing this on Instagram right now, let me know how it's working. I think it's also defaulted to portrait mode. I like landscape, but we'll figure it all out. Media Marcus, Thursday, November the 27th. It is Turkey Day, Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for you all. I'm thankful certainly for this platform to be able to get my media stuff off, man. I'm thankful for all the likes, all the comments, everything you guys, all the reposts, all of that. Yeah, it's a lot to be thankful for. We're gonna be eating good pretty soon. I'm gonna start off though, talk about some Turkey Day traditions. Some of my favorite is so we all have favorite foods. My favorite food, or one of it is my mother's potato salad. Specifically, my mother's. Candy Johnson is her name. I'm not eating no one else's potato salad. All right. Every year she makes it, and like I sneak a little side, little salsa plate or whatever of that because I needs that. Only my mother's though. I don't eat anyone else's potato salad. I'm a very sensitive eater, so I've become accustomed to that. But yeah, that's one of my traditions. Every year, as soon as she makes it, she goes, maybe take a shower or something. I sneak a little plate, the potato salad. So definitely one of my traditions. It's Thursday, November 27th, 11:06 a.m. I'm in the building with you guys. Media Markers, we're here live streaming. I'm on Instagram as well. I see it's just a portrait. All right, there we go. There we go. Working pretty good in portrait mode. Shout out to Teely. 8 a.m. where she is, I believe. So 11:06 right now, though. A.m. Turkey Day, Thanksgiving. But let's talk what happened around the NBA last night. We had the Pistons. The Pistons had won 13 games straight, and now they did lose last night to the Boston Celtics. Shout out to Jaylen Brown, man. He played pretty well last night. He started off a little slow, Jaylen Brown did, but he ended up with, how many points did he end up with? Jaylen Brown ended up with 33 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks in the win. Champion right there. Finals MVP as well. So that's what happened. The Celtics defeat the Pistons 117 to 114 in Boston. They were fouling up threes late. Boston was, and almost came to bite them back. But Detroit finally loses after winning 13 games in a row. Cade Cunningham, 42 points in a loss. He's super impressive. If you have not watched Cade Cunningham yet this NBA season, you need to. He's super impressive. Even in the loss, he's super competitive as well. He's got that dog in him. So I'm a Cade Cunningham fan. I'm going to have to get a jersey. But Detroit Pistons finally lose after 13 wins in a row. They lose versus the Celtics yesterday. Derek White also went crazy. He had 6 made three-point shots, 27 points. He came up very clutch for the Celtics. So that's what happened. And the Knicks defeated Charlotte 129 to 101. 33 points for Jalen Brunson. All their starters just scored a lot of points. Josh Hart, 22. Karl-Anthony Towns, double-double, 19, 10 rebounds. McBride had 19. Bridges had 18. So they get that done. OKC wins again. They've only have 1 loss on the season. They defeat the Minnesota Timberwolves last night, 113 to 105. It was a pretty good game for most of the game, but down the stretch, Minnesota just kind of kicked themselves in the foot. Turnovers, Rudy Gobert, missing free throws. Not a good recipe for winning, especially against the champions in the Oklahoma City Thunder. So that is the latest. But Anthony Edwards had 31, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 made 3-point shots. But Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, man, he's crazy good. 40-pointer, 40 points in this one. He did play the fourth quarter. 6 rebounds, 6 assists. 1 made 3-point shot, 50% from 3. So, yeah, OKC just keeps on winning. Keeps on winning. 115 to 113 to 105 they won. Toronto, game winner by Brandon Ingram. We saw Gorilla on the sideline. She was very high. Brandon Ingram, the game winner. But Houston defeated the Golden State Warriors late last night, 104 to 100. This was a really good game because Golden State had the lead, but outscored. They had 41 to 57 in the final 2 quarters in the second half. So Rockets get it done with no Kevin Durant, might add. Reed Shepherd, very impressive. A career high 31 points for him last night. 4 of 12 from 3. Who else? Amen Thompson, double-double, 10 points, 14 rebounds. What a guy. So the Rockets get it done on the road as they win versus the Warriors. And, yeah, that's what happened around the NBA last night. Phoenix also won, and the Spurs, they got W's as well. No NBA today because it is the NFL. It's NFL's Turkey Day, Thanksgiving. Hope you guys are out there enjoying, celebrating, all of that good stuff. And, yeah, I'm in the building. Media Marcus. It is November the 27th, 11:10 a.m. right now. And yeah, I already put out the podcast. You know what I mean? That's already happening. Put out the NFL sports betting podcast. What's the line? So you can go get that on Spotify, Ante Up Consulting. Search Ante Up Consulting or search What's the Line podcast. So you can get that. My guy Paris, he talked about, or he bet. He's already gave it out. What is the tight end for? Oh, Magic Mike. Mike Gesicki, over 3.5 receptions. My guy Prop God Paris already gave that out. I will be on the Lions. First game coming up is the Detroit Lions. They're -2.5 versus the rival Green Bay Packers. Packers coming off a big win last week. I know Josh Jacobs is going to play. And I am seeing some threes out there in the market, -3. But you can still get some 2.5s. But yeah, I'll be all over the Lions. I mean, it's a Lions team that I just tell you guys every week I am willing to bet with. Win or lose against the spread. Dan Campbell, just overall, I mean, he covers about 65% of his games. And then you put him in a situation like this where he's a home fave, also greater than 56% against the spread. So, I mean, I'm just willing to back Dan Campbell in any spot. I have more of the stats on the last stream, so I'll probably put that content out. But, yes, I'm always willing to back Dan Campball. I think the in-division games, you know what? Let's be professional here. Let me give you guys ATS stats. ATS stats for Dan Campbell and these guys. Yeah, that's the site. Let me go here. Foul. This is the Detroit Lions I'm talking about. We know they play at 1 p.m. Breaking tradition has always been at 12:30. Now suddenly they sneak the 1 p.m. in. I don't like that. I don't love it. I like the game to come on early. But 1 p.m. this game will start. Actives and inactives will come out at 11:30 a.m. But since Dan Campbell's been the head coach, he had 66% against the spread. Out of 10 games, you're winning 6.6 of those. Come on. I'm always willing to back Dan Campbell. Okay. Give me 1 second. I think we might have some friends join us. Give me 1 second. Say that. All right, we're going to have Mike Curry join. Give me 1 second. I'm about to send him the link. But yeah, so that's what's happening right now. I'm definitely going to be on the Detroit Pistons. There's no doubt. Detroit Pistons. Detroit Lions, as I talked about the Pistons earlier, got their winning streak snapped at 13 games by the Celtics. Championship DNA type of team. Sending Mike Curry the link so you can run up, join. But yeah, we're in the building right now. We're live on Instagram as well. Media Marcus in the building. Let me get him the stream. Give me 1 second. Bear with me. We're still in the building though. Media Marcus. Turkey Day, Thanksgiving edition. I'll be here all the holidays. I got nothing to do. I'm a single man with no kids. I'm dedicated to my work. Just sent the link to Mike Curry. But yeah, so Turkey Day, I'll be here for Christmas as well. I know it's a Black Friday's game, so we'll preview that game as well. But so yeah, I'll certainly be on the Lions. Let's look at Dan Campbell's stats. Dan Campbell, like I said, 66% against the spread in all games. But in division specifically, he's really good in division. Dan Campbell, division games since he's been a head coach, 66%, 18-9 against the spread. Dallas, I'm looking at Dallas. They're 20-8 in division against the spread during that time. Wow. But yes, Detroit 18-9 against the spread in division games. Just 2-2 on Thanksgiving. They didn't cover last Thanksgiving. They didn't cover the last 2 Thanksgivings. So and they also did not cover the last 2 games. I am going to be on the Detroit Lions for sure. But Detroit is a home favorite as well. They are 17-12 against the spread, 58%, 58.6%. So everything is green. Willing to back Dan Campbell and the gang. So, yeah, I'll definitely be betting them at the closing line. 5 minutes before it closes, so at 12:55 p.m., I will be betting the Lions on the spread. You can guarantee it. I'll put it in the Discord. Yeah, join that Discord. What else do we got? NFL. Who's playing second? The Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys are playing. Chiefs laying 3.5 on the road. I see 1 4.5. I don't really have too much for that game. It's really like a popcorn game for me. This Dallas defense has shown improvement lately, though. I will say that. They were horrendous to start the year, but they have shown improvement, been playing better. So kudos to them for that. This Dallas defense I'm talking about specifically, and we know what they can do offensively. So, as long as that defense continues to kind of play in that realm, I think they could definitely hang with the Chiefs here. I mean, it's a 3.5. So yeah, I lean with the Cowboys now that I think about it and I talk about it out loud. This is a Cowboys team that has been on a little roll right now. I mean, they won 2 straight. But this is a spot that you don't think they'll be well in Thanksgiving. And I know they play next Thursday as well. My guy Mike Curry in the building. What's good?
What's good, man? Been a little minute, man, because I ain't been able to do Monday morning podcast in a couple weeks, man. But it's good to see you, man. Happy Thanksgiving.
Likewise, brother. Happy Thanksgiving. I was gonna send Mike a text, man. I'll tell you here though, Mike. I appreciate you, brother. Definitely thankful for you. I talk to Mike more than anyone. Like, there's no one in the world that I talk with. Like, me and Mike talk literally every day. Maybe we'll miss a day once in a while, but it's literally daily. We're in communication. We got our fantasy football team.
Shout out to the gods.
The gods. 4 wins in a row, baby. We trying to get 5. Tunji got all his players playing this holiday, Thursday and Friday, so we're gonna try to take advantage of that this Sunday. But yes, so yeah, I mean, Mike, what I was talking about, just Turkey Day traditions. I know one of the things that I do is my mother. She's the only potato salad that I eat. I don't eat anyone else's. No store bought, none of that. And whenever she makes it, I always sneak like a little salsa plate. And then use like a spatula to pat it back, like I never touched it. So that's certainly tradition, and she knows I do it. It's just tradition. So one of those things. But what's a Thanksgiving tradition for you?
So my late grandmother, she used to always make the mac and cheese, but she passed away in 2018. So my cousin Alexis, she actually took over the mantle of the same exact recipe. So she's been using it ever since. So I always look forward to that.
That's love. That's love. Shout out to Granny. Rest in peace, man. Yeah, those little things, man. Those little like moments, family stuff. Like, you love it. Thanksgiving holiday. We're here though. We're in the building. Media Market stream. But yeah, I know. Or NBA, Mike. I mean, we got you here. I talked a little bit about it briefly, but Pistons. I was watching NBA. Also, another tradition for me. Every year, or not every single year, but most years, like growing up, the day before Thanksgiving, I would play Madden and watch NBA. Watch the NBA games. I bought the Madden yesterday. Just picked it up. I had some free time. I'm like, I'm playing Madden, watching hoops all night. So another tradition for me. But in watching those hoops, yesterday, Pistons had their winning streak snapped at 13 games. They lost to the Celtics. Jaylen Brown put up 33, 6 made 3-point shots from Derek White, who's been struggling a little lately, but he definitely showed up in that one. What did you think about that? What do you think about Detroit overall?
I can't lie. I feel like this is a game I should have been on. Um, Celtics was only catching 1.5 at the crib. Pistons 13 straight. I feel like I should have been on that. But I remember, like, I ain't really been like super locked in, at least on lines, betting lines in anyways. But I noticed the score at halftime, and I was like, oh, I was like the Celtics, they might do this thing. Looks like they played well. Shit, I'm back. Am I here?
Yeah, you're.
Oh yeah. So it looks like they played well. I mean, my impression on the Pistons is they've been playing really well. Cade is building off of what he did last year. Looking like an MVP candidate. Obviously, Jalen Duren looks like he'll probably beat or Duren, however you say it. Looks like he'll be the most improved player this year. And they've just got like a bunch of guys like just doing everything. They got the guy from St. John's. What's my guy's name? Last name Jenkins, I believe, but he's been balling. Like they got. It seems like everybody just knows their role, and I think that's really important when you have a team. Honestly, everybody just knowing their role in that pecking order. Seems like everybody just chips in and do their part. Even Duncan Robinson, I know he couldn't really crack the rotation for the Heat, but he's been playing really well for the Pistons so far. But I've been very impressed, very very impressed, man.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I was just saying, I'm a cop of Cade jersey. Like he's so tough. Like I got nothing but respect for him. He plays tough. It's in their nature, Detroit. They have championship DNA. But I mean, one of the things you talked about that line yesterday, you're certainly right. And they would have went 13 is the highest that they've gone. The Pistons have. They've done it twice, win streaks. And this would have took them to 14, something that's unprecedented. They're only laying one on the road against a championship DNA Celtics team. So that did not work out for them. Celtics get the win, but that was a really good game. Jaylen Brown came on late. He didn't play too well early, but he ended up with 33. And you mentioned the Heat. What do you think about the Heat, man? They keep on winning too. Like
Yeah,
they just find a way. Eric Spoelstra, I think he got his 800th
yeah,
win. Yeah, last night.
yeah. Yeah, I really like Eric Spoelstra. He's one of the elite coaches in pro basketball, top 5 coach if you ask me. I was actually really low on the Heat coming into this year. I just didn't know what their team would look like. But they look like rejuvenated in a sense. And this is another team where guys are playing their role. Khalil Ware is finally getting those good minutes. He's been really good. Obviously, we know what Bam's going to do. Andrew Wiggins, kind of one of those ultimate glue guys. Tyler Hero just came back. Guys like Davion Mitchell doing their thing. Norman Powell, who's been probably the best acquisition for them. They just play hard, man, and they play really fast too. They play at a really high pace. But they've been a good story this year, really good story. But obviously, I would say kudos to Eric Spoelstra, man, hell of a coach. Like I said, I was low on this Heat team coming in this year, and they definitely surprised me.
Yeah, definitely a lot. I mean, coaching matters. Every sport, I always say. I mean, we play these. When I'm talking about team, well, not individual sports, coaches matter as well. But I mean, these teams that come together, different personalities, different cultures, et cetera, et cetera. Someone like Eric Spoelstra who just continues to put his teams in winning positions. I mean, they're never in the lottery. I don't know the last time the Miami Heat have been in
Yeah,
the lottery. Like they're always like in that play-in
lottery.
sitio. Um, they certainly, and if it was like a lottery pick, it was like very low, like a 14th pick or some, So they played
Yeah,
well.
13 or 14, something
Yeah,
like that.
right, exactly. So they played well under his leadership. We know Pat Riley is still at the top of that thing, Mickey Harrison. But yeah, I mean the culture. What can you say? The fucking culture
Culture.
continues to thrive through, man. So shout out to Eric Spoelstra. Coaching matters, and I really say it because there's such. We're gonna switch over to the NFL soon. So anyway, like I'm talking about Dan Campbell here, right? Not Dan Campbell. Well, yeah, Dan Campbell. He covers at a high rate. Really good coach, right? But then I talk about Dan Quinn. And I've been asking, Washington fans lately, like, what do you think about Quinn? Oh, he'll be all right. Just 1 year injury. I'm like, all right, all right. How good of a coach is he? I've been wondering that. So I think we'll see though. Certainly after this season with all the injuries and stuff. But coaching matters. Coaching is very important. But what else we got here? NFL. Yeah, you got any thoughts on these games today, Mike? I mean, we got three. We know Joe Burrow's making his return today for the night game versus the Baltimore Ravens. Kansas City and Dallas. Dallas catching 3.5 at home. Detroit laying the 3 at Detroit versus Green Bay. Any thoughts on those games?
For the Lions, I'm leaning Lions. I just feel like the Lions. It doesn't matter like how good or bad their team is. They always ready to go on Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Like it seems to not really matter. This is another revenge spot too. They lost to Green Bay. They got handled by the Packers week 1. In Green Bay, they got smoked. They were never really in that game. So I'm looking for the Lions to bounce back and win today. Division is a hell of a division this year. You got 3 teams with 7 or more wins, so it's a big game for both teams. Nevertheless, I will say that, but I'm leaning in favor of the Lions right now.
Yep, and Detroit is 18-9 against the spread in division games under head coach Dan Campbell. Everything's green with Dan. Actually, though, one thing that's not green with Dan: Thanksgiving games. He's 2-2 against the spread. Lost the last. Haven't covered the last two. Also, did not cover the last two games. I expect him to cover today. Under field goal, you can get. So we'll see what that closing line is. It's going to be 3, 2.5. So we're definitely gonna. If it's 3 though, I'm getting the 2.5. I'm telling you right now. So I'll get that 2.5. But yeah. So that is the latest with the Lions and the Packers revenge game for Detroit. What about Kansas City and Dallas? So I was talking it out. I'm like, yo, the 3 and the hook. I mean, this is a Kansas City team, role favorite, about 500. It's a coin flip every time. They're never, so they're about 50%, 49.8 type of thing. But laying 3.5 at Dallas. Dallas has been on a roll lately. Defense has been improving. So I think I lean with the Cowboys here. What are your thoughts?
I don't know what's up with my Wi-Fi, but you can hear me?
Yeah, I get you.
Oh, okay, yeah. Wi-Fi kind of looks like it's going in and out, but I honestly don't even know, bro. This is this is gonna be one of them games. Everybody's gonna be watching.
Yeah.
Me and my guy Bink were just talking about it the other day. This will probably be the most viewed game in regular season game in NFL history. And if you look at the most viewed game in NFL history, it's actually Cowboys Giants back in 2022. So I don't see why this game wouldn't be the most viewed in NFL history. And you also got to consider what's at stake. Cowboys still have an outside chance of being a wild card team. Kansas City, we already know they're in the hunt for the wild card. As you know, Denver is pulling away with that division, and they're still a game back behind the Chargers. So I think it's going to be a really good game. With that said, though, I really don't know. Full transparency on the Jack podcast, just a casual podcast, did pick the Cowboys. That's just what my gut was telling me on that day. It's like now I'm feeling like I don't even know. But we'll say Cowboys defense has vastly improved ever since the arrival of Quinnen Williams. They've also got some guys back like Overshown, and they made a trade. Got the linebacker from Cincinnati. I forgot his name. I think Luke Wilson, his name. But they've been playing well, man. They've been playing well. They've been getting healthier and also been playing better. That game against the Eagles definitely showed me a lot. As far as the Chiefs, man, Chiefs haven't been that bad. They just haven't been as dominant.
Yeah.
Like they have 3 losses decided by 3 points. And all their other losses are by 1 possession. So I just don't know how this game's going to go, but I'm expecting it to be a good game nevertheless. Though. I really don't know.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at it, it's definitely. I talked about it with Paris the other day. Popcorn game for sure. As I was just talking it out, though, I think I lean with the 3 and the hook, catching 3.5 with the Cowboys at home on Thanksgiving. Obviously, this is a routine that they are very familiar with. And I know they're going to play next week on Thursday as well to kind of keep. That's what they do. I don't know. Jerry Jones got the clout like that, but no, I mean one of the things that I'm looking at though, just looked at, and I talked about it with Paris the other day. Patrick Mahomes rushing attempts. We know we like to. This has been a little thing that we've done for a while. Patrick Mahomes in big games, we play his rushing attempts over. It's usually about a 4.5, right? That's where it's at here. This is a team you just talked about. Denver is what only lost 2 games. Kansas City is at 6-5 right now. You lose this, you go to 6-6. Chargers play the Raiders this week. You don't want to fall into that. Now you're 6-6, fighting for your life every single week. If you can get that W here, so I think you'll be 7-5, 2 games above 500, just a little closer. I think Mahomes is going to use his legs today in front of the entire world. He's going to be able to make those plays. Like if it ain't there, I'm gonna run. And obviously, at the end of the game, kneel downs, those are rushing attempts as well. So I like Patrick Mahomes over 4.5 rushing attempts. I probably will play that today. So getting closer to kickoff. I know them actives and inactives about to come out, so I'll try to give that out. But yeah, Mahomes rushing attempts, I'm definitely looking at. But Joe Burrow making his return. Joey covers. What you think about that one, man? Ravens. I know Lamar full practice yesterday, but he been a little banged up too.
What in the world?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
All right, we figured out Mike Curry, but I had a Gunna. Let me pull up. So I had to talk Gunna as we're here, November 27, 2025. Media Marcus. Steve.
All right, I'm back. Cool.
You're back, Mike Curry. But yeah, Joe Burrow, Joey covers tonight, returning. What do you think about them playing the Ravens? Ravens been okay, but leading the division though for sure.
They are leading the division. Glad to see Joe Burrow's back. Sports in general is good when you got your stars back. Joe Burrow's obviously a star in this league. Obviously was on the Netflix season of quarterback, the newest season. I mess with Joe Burrow, man. It should be a good game, man. I'm kind of leaning with the 7, catching that 7 with Cincinnati. But I'm expecting a good game. Jamar Chase usually goes off on these guys. He's the Ravens killer. But I'm expecting a good game. If the weather was a little warmer, I'd probably pull up to Baltimore. But it should be a good game, man. I'm leaning Bengals though. Nothing super confident. I feel like you probably have maybe some AFC North stats, road dog stats. I'm sure. But I'm leaning with the Bengals right now.
Yeah, AFC North road dog has not been as profitable over the last couple seasons, so I've definitely winged off that. Like I'm no fool, but I think I certainly will be on the Browns this week, though. I talked about that, but in this particular situation, this is Ravens team home favorite. Let's look at them. Well, let's look at everything Ravens. All right, what are they in the AFC North? So this is Baltimore. They are just 21-19 against the spread since Lamar has become the full-time starter in division games. So 2 game, 52.5%. But I know as a home favorite, they're not profitable. Ravens as a home fave since Lamar Jackson become the full-time starter. That's 2019, 23, 27, and 1 against the spread. It's not they're not great in this spot. You're laying over a touchdown here in division. Joe Burrow, he's cooked these guys plenty of times. I mean, his defense, I'm not super impressed by their defense. They played Tyrod last week, cool. You got Lamar back. He kind of like patches up some of those wounds. But yeah, I definitely lean with the catching the 7 here with Joe. Joey covers my type of guy, but yeah, I haven't pulled the trigger. I mean, it's a lot of time till that game. We got 2 games before then.
But, yeah, we got plenty of time to catch the 7.
Yeah, but I do know Prop God Paris. He did play and give out Mike Gesicki, Magic Mike, over 3.5 receptions. So I actually haven't put that in yet myself, but It's all right. I can still play it. 449 alt that to 4. The unders though, those are the ones that I cannot alt. So I'll be having to get on those quick as hell. But I might have an under soon before we kick off. But yeah, that's the latest around the NFL. So we talked that. Let's talk some headlines. Mike, I got a Gunner clip you gotta see. So I'll bring that up in a second. But before then, let me give as we're in the Turkey Day, let's get into a couple of things that I saw, and actually something that I saw in Turkey, the actual place, Turkey. It is Turkey Day, Thanksgiving, November 27th, 11:34 a.m., which is, I usually say p.m. when I'm doing these 11:30s, but 11:34 a.m. But yes, Turkey, liking other women's posts has been recognized as a form of marital infidelity in Turkey, which can be grounds for divorce. This is brand spanking new. This is Black Millionaires reporting. Turkey courts rule that liking other women's posts can constitute marital infidelity. In a series of recent rulings, Turkish courts have determined that liking other women's social media posts, especially photos, can be recognized as a form of marital infidelity, while Turkish law defines adultery as physical sexual relations outside of marriage. Judges have clarified that online behavior can still breach the marital duty of loyalty and respect. Whoa! I will be under the jail. I will be under the jail. Crazy, man. But that's the latest in Turkey, Mike. What are your thoughts on that?
That's insane. That's insane, bro.
Right.
I know Instagram is like a modern day dating app, but I think that's pretty insane.
Right. God forbid you know the person.
God forbid you know the person. Like most of the times when I like stuff on Instagram, I just be like tapping and moving on.
Yeah.
Like doing that. But yeah, no, that's wild. That's insane.
Yeah, like now you paying alimony because you double tap.
Because you like the picture.
It's crazy what they got going on in Turkey. That's not so, but that is the latest in Turkey on Turkey Day, Thanksgiving morning, 11:35 a.m. I definitely had to report that. I had some, I didn't have too much. Campbell's. This is once again Black Millionaires reporting. Campbell's fired senior executive after leaked audio recording him saying it made unhealthy food for poor people. So it's Black Millionaires once again reporting. Campbell's has fired a senior executive after a leaked recording captured him trashing the company's own products and the people who buy them. Martin Bally, the company's vice president of information and technology, was recorded in November 2024 meeting saying Campbell's sells highly processed food for poor people and claiming that he barely buys the products himself. He also suggested the soup contains bio-engineered or 3D printed meat. Whoa! Yo! First of all, though, Martin Bally, well, besides the poor people part, but he didn't tell any lies about the actual food.
Yeah.
It's processed. It's a ton of salt in those things, in those little cans.
Oh, yeah.
It's a ton of sodium in those. Obviously, they're cheap. Like you can kind of, but yeah, I don't really like eat anything out of a can anymore. Just for those facts, and like frozen foods as well. I kind of try to like not eat those things, but yeah, he's fired from a leak recording of last year's meeting, which everyone knows he said this in this meeting, but the leak recording now he's out after the leak recording. What's your thoughts, Mike?
No, he like you said, he wasn't wrong. The poor people that was out of pocket, but like no, it is. It's processed and it's tons of sodium in that stuff. Like yeah, that stuff is not good for you. It's not good for you. If it's that affordable and in a can, chances are it's not very good for you.
Yeah, and it's more like what do they promote? What was the Donovan McNabb? I think Jaden Daniels does it now, right? Chunky soup.
Jaden Daniels
good for
does
you
it now. Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Like, get your bread. That's advertisement. That is what it is. But yeah, that's not good for us either. Like, so I think he probably could have got away with it if he didn't mention poor people.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah. So that is the latest at Campbell's. They fire executive. His name is Martin Bally for just being honest, but he shouldn't have mentioned poor people, and that's what got him canned, if you will. That's what got him canned. We're here Thanksgiving morning, November the 27th. they moved kickoff to 1 p.m. this year, which is crazy. Talk about tradition.
Mm-hmm.
What else did I have for you guys? I think the last thing I want to do is Gunna. So let me bring this up. Give me 1 second. So I seen Gunna. Gunna was in concert. We obviously know he's on tour right now, so a lot of things happening with him. And I'm a fan of Gunna, man. He just handles his business. He's a pretty like, I don't want to call him stoic, but he just like kind of just handles his business. Don't do too much talking, and not with the internet shit. Like he just goes about his business, handles it, makes good records. And I seen that he's in concert, and a fan, and I'll show the actual clip. I'm bringing it up. The new X chat is crazy, yo.
I don't like that dream.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like I just had to, yeah. But I'm about to pull up this clip for this is Gunna. He was in concert. A fan had something in their hand, like the fans kind of like will write stuff and show their phone so the artist can see it. And this was the latest. So let me pull up. So much stuff. All right. This is once again we're here Turkey Day, my Media Market stream. Let me share my screen and we'll see. Yeah. Let's share. A little bit of a process, y'all. Here we go. So this is Gunna with a fan. A fan pulled up. Actually, share this. Oh, what's going on? Why is it doing this? Enough. All right, here we go. Got it.
POV. Gunna reacts to your fuck lil baby sign.
Who think you fooling? You got no tooling. We kinda flowing. Hoes came on the woolen. My cup full with mud. I came out there hood.
All right, so let me play that again. You might have missed it, but yes, the fan had a fuck little baby sign, and this is Gunna. Gunna is not. I've never heard him say or do any. He still didn't say anything here, but this definitely caught my eye because they've had a sit show for some time now that I don't think people really speak about. People talk about it outside of them, but these two used to make a ton of music together. Gunna and Lil Baby, they were like a duo,
Mhm.
a stimulus package, if you will. I remember Rome was big on Gunna. Our guy Rome was big on Gunna early, and but this is Gunna performing at his concert, and a fan has a fuck Lil Baby sign, and how Gunna reacts.
POV. Gunna reacts to your fuck lil baby sign.
Who think you fooling? You got no tooling. We kinda flowing. Hoes came on the woolen. My cup full with mud. I came out there hood.
That was just very interesting to me. I'm like, all right, Gunna's human. He's human. Well, what you think about that, Mike? You team Gunna?
That's on brand for Gunna, like to like not do too much, like you know what I'm saying? Like just like acknowledge it, kind of keep it pushing. Like that's what he did was kind of on brand for him. Like he got a good kick out of it.
Yeah, and like I said, he's human. It's just like he wasn't expecting that, right? It just that was natural.
Yeah.
That was a natural reaction, and but I'm a fan of Gunna. Just it's more than music with me. I mean, obviously we know what he does with the run like marathons and stuff, and just wellness. I remember he had a song talking about like the wellness on a few albums ago, and like going to the doctor and the importance of that. And everything he talks about, he backs up. So he doesn't talk much. He just makes good music.
Yeah.
So shout out to Gunna, man. He's human reaction, laughing there. But I wonder what's going to come out of that. Lil Baby mentioned the record. Streets is talking about Lil Baby. I think he just dropped something recently. Hasn't gotten. I've seen the traction that some of his past projects have gotten. So, but we'll see. That's the latest with Gunna and Lil Baby. A story that just kind of keeps coming up every now and then. So that's some hip hop news. But yeah, that's it, man. That's all we got. That's all I got. Mike, shout out to you for pulling up Thanksgiving edition. media market stream. No, now we're gonna find some other good bets, some prop bets as we're here. But yeah, I'll be on the Lions for sure, you guys. Minus the 2.5, 3 points, closing line only, and yeah, we're gonna get up out of here. Appreciate you, Mike, pulling up. Appreciate everybody for tuning in, listening. I'll cut up these clips, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.
Bet.